A woman accused Democratic Senate candidate Graham Platner of sexual assault. That's where we're starting the 7 from the Washington Post. I'm Hannah Jewell. It's Tuesday, July 7th. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. Since launching his Senate campaign in Maine last year, Platner has weathered multiple controversies. They have included revelations of inflammatory Reddit posts, a Nazi-linked tattoo, and allegations of mistreatment of women. He still managed to clinch the Democratic nomination in June. But a serious new allegation came to light yesterday, first reported by Politico. Jenny Rassicote, who said she previously dated Platner, alleged that he sexually assaulted her in 2021. In interviews with the Post, she said Platner had entered her home through an unlocked door and had non-consensual intercourse with her, despite her repeatedly telling him no. Rassicote spoke to CNN's Jake Tapper yesterday. He asked her why she had decided to come forward.
A few reasons. One of the biggest ones is that I think that there are a lot of men in this world relying on the silence of women and to be where they are. And I don't want to contribute to that. I also want to just get my life back.
There are going to be people, maybe even his campaign, certainly his supporters, who say this is politically motivated. What would you say to that?
I couldn't disagree more. That was actually one of the reasons that I didn't come out.
Because you agree with his politics.
I do. I really agree with his politics.
Platner has denied the allegations. In a video statement, he called them troubling, serious, and false, but he also said this.
Regardless of the inaccuracy of the reporting, but mindful of the political reality it will inflict, we are taking the time to reflect on the best path forward for the state that I love, the people that I love, the movement I belong to, and the goal of defeating Susan Collins.
Platner is facing Republican Senator Susan Collins in November. That race is critical to Democratic hopes to retake the Senate. Number 2 is a little painful for fans of American soccer. The U.S. was eliminated from the World Cup after a 4-1 defeat to Belgium. Last night's round of 16 game in Seattle was billed as the most anticipated men's soccer match the U.S. has ever seen. A record audience was expected, and the U.S. had a chance to rewrite what people believed about its men's team. But Belgium brought all of that to a sudden end. The U.S. picked the worst time to play its worst game, including an embarrassing goalkeeping mistake, and the Belgian Red Devils pulled out a dominant display. This game was also tainted by politics. President Trump had asked soccer's governing body FIFA to overturn a ban for U.S. star Folarin Balogun. FIFA did suspend that ban. But U.S. coach Mauricio Pochettino said that drama wasn't what threw them off their game. Speaking to reporters after the defeat, he put it simply.
Belgium were better than us, and that's it. It's very clear, the situation.
After the game, though, Belgian midfielder Nicolas Raskin said his side were fueled by a sense of injustice over FIFA's decision. Senator Mitch McConnell's office is staying quiet about his health. That's number 3. McConnell was hospitalized on June 14th. At the time, his office simply said the 84-year-old Kentucky Republican was receiving excellent care and didn't say what sent him there. But EMS dispatch audio from that day suggests that medical personnel were sent to McConnell's home to attend to an unconscious person in cardiac arrest. That's pretty much all we know about his condition. McConnell has now spent 3 weeks in the hospital, and his office have not said when he might return to work. If it continues, McConnell's absence could make matters more difficult for Republicans to pass legislation this year. His office did not respond to a request for comment yesterday. Number 4. Haitians in the U.S. fear mass deportations, while Haiti fears a mass return. Last month, the Supreme Court allowed Trump to end temporary immigration protections for more than 330,000 Haitians. The protections had enabled them to stay and work in the U.S. regardless of their immigration status. Now, they are scrambling to figure out what happens next. Conditions in Haiti are dire. According to the UN, more than 2,300 people were killed in gang-related violence this year, kidnappings for ransom are rising, and poverty is widespread. Meanwhile, Haitians in Haiti are also worried about the possibility of mass deportations. That's because the money sent home by migrants, especially those in the U.S., is critical to the country's economy. Families receiving that money typically spend it on essentials like food, rent, and children's school fees. Losing that income could be a disaster. The White House accused the Smithsonian of extreme political activism. That's our fifth story. In March last year, President Trump signed an executive order demanding that improper ideology be eliminated from the Smithsonian's museums. This weekend, a 162-page report titled Saving America's Story sought to fulfill that goal. It was written by the White House's Domestic Policy Council. The report claimed that, quote, museum leadership has explicitly adopted an ideological framework that no longer treats the American story as a shared national inheritance to be taught or celebrated, but as a political instrument to divide, dispirit, and discourage our citizens. Post columnist Philip Kennicott went through the report. He found bad sourcing, selective quotation, and other major problems. And he said it revealed more about bias at the White House than at the Smithsonian. Number 6. A popular supplement for arthritis may be linked to cognitive issues. Millions of American adults take glucosamine for joint pain. And up until recently, the evidence suggested it was safe. But in a new study, researchers looked at the medical records of nearly 25,000 patients. They had all been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease and related dementias. Those who had taken glucosamine for a year were 25% more likely to die in the next 10 years. And for patients with mild cognitive impairment, glucosamine use was linked with a higher chance of progressing to dementia. On top of all this, experts say the evidence that glucosamine supplements actually help osteoarthritis pain is mixed at best. For a doctor's advice on which supplements are actually backed by science, check out the link in today's newsletter. You can find that in our show notes, or just Google the 7 from the Washington Post. And at number 7. If your partner keeps you up at night, consider a sleep divorce. It might sound drastic, but a sleep divorce simply means sleeping in a separate bed or room from your partner for some or all of the time. This idea may conjure the image of a miserable 1930s couple, but according to therapists and sleep physicians, it could actually protect your health and ultimately your relationship. If you and your partner are on different sleep schedules, or if one of you snores or hogs the blanket, experts say that sleeping separately can reduce stress, improve sleep quality, and protect you both from arguments. Before you file for sleep divorce, though, it's worth trying to figure out what's actually disrupting your sleep. There might be a simpler fix related to temperatures or blanket arrangements, or you may need to get to the root of a sleep disorder. Of course, bringing up a conversation featuring the word divorce in it might go down badly with your partner. So take care how you do it. Sweet dreams. All right, you're all caught up. It's not too late for you to take advantage of the Post's 4th of July subscription sale. Don't miss it. Find all the details at washingtonpost.com/subscribe. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'll meet you back here tomorrow.